I'm Corinne, the Chaotic Good Paladin, and welcome to my December 2022 TBR. The last TBR video of the whole year of 2022. If this video seems very rushed or not as thorough as some of my other videos, it's because I skipped the past 2 months and I'm so ashamed of myself and I just want to get this video up. Also because this is like the only time I have available to film. But today we will be playing the Lord of the TBR again, the Lord of the Rings adventure board game. The rules for the TBR game will be in the description. Also, if you click on the info card on that side of the screen, there should be an eye icon, and then you click on the eye icon and it'll take you to my playlist from Tarot to TBR games, where you can see the very beginning of this TBR game and how it has evolved and changed and retired temporarily and then brought back again and all that fun stuff. The prompts to the back of me might look different from the last TBR game. That is because I filmed my TBR game and didn't edit it and didn't upload it, the usual story. I'm not going to tell you that because that's a thing that happens now, is we film TBR videos and then we don't put them up online, and then the TBR game prompts are different again. Before we get into the game, I have to tell you guys what books I'm excited to read and what readathons I'm going to be doing. As always, I'm going to be doing Buzzwordathon. This month is just a book with a number in the title. At some point, I will be trying to choose a book with a number in the title somewhere. I've got a couple of options over there. The one that I'm most excited about, actually, is one that I got just recently. I bought myself a little early Christmas present and got a copy of the 10,000 Doors of January. Look at this thing, it's so pretty. I love this book so much already. I feel like this is one I could really get into this month, but I might choose this one or another number in the title for Buzzwordathon. Aside from that, I also have to read either this month or next month, Izzy at the End of the World. It's going to probably be this month, which I'll explain in a minute. I'll put the cover here. This is by K.A. Reynolds. It's a book about an autistic girl and she does something and I forget what it is. But I really am very excited to read it. I've been eyeing it for a while. And then K.A. Reynolds actually gave me an advanced copy. K.A. Reynolds is autistic herself and the character's autistic. And I'm just like so totally about that. So I really want to support this book by reading it and giving it an early review. So I'm going to try and choose Izzy at the End of the World for one of the prompts this month, because not only do I have to read it and give it a review, but I have a personal challenge this month. One of the challenges in my reading journal is I have to read an ebook. So if I read this ebook, that counts for that prompt. Another book I'm going to try and choose this month is a book with green or jade in the title. I'm doing a challenge called the Color Coded Challenge, which I will link in the description box down below. The book that I will probably be choosing for that is Jade City. I'm finally going to read Jade City, you guys. This is going to happen this month. I have another book on my shelves that has green in the title, but I'm not as excited about it. This one I'm more excited about. I'm going to try and pick this for one of the prompts too. Especially if we get skip a book, that would be very handy so I can have more time to read this chunker. We've just got Legolas starting off at where he was in the last TBR video. Roll number 1 is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've landed on Dole Guldur, which is a red dot. So we're going to skip a book for the first prompt. Prompt number 1 is Red Dot, which is skip a book, which is awesome. If we got skip a book for every single prompt, then I just wouldn't have a TBR. And I need to have at least a few books I'm reading to keep me sane. Alright, let's choose Start a New Series. Roll number 2. 5. Okay, so next I'm going to go up to the blue snowflake board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's The Doors of Durin, so we're starting a new series. The next book I will be choosing is one that should be very familiar to a lot of you. It's number 1 in a very popular book series here on BookTube. It's one I showed you at the beginning of the video, and yes, it is Jade City. Alright, so we've got our 2 main goals out of the way. We got skip a book, And we got Jade City on the TBR. We got the prompt for start a new series. Short read. Oh, this will be nice. Okay, roll number 3. And it's a 5. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's a blue spot, so we're gonna choose a book that's part of a series. Abhorsen by Garth Nix, which is book number 3 in the Abhorsen series. Originally, this was just a trilogy, and then, like 10 or 15 years passed. He published all 3 books at once. And then 10 or 15 years passed, and then he published Clariel, which was like a prequel to this series, which I also enjoyed a lot. And he's been publishing more books that are like prequels of this series or continuations or whatever. It's been a hit or miss with that, but the original trilogy is so good. I'm so excited to reread the final book in the series because it is just so heart-wrenching. There's a certain character in here who dies near the end of the book, and it's just so sad and heart-wrenching, and I'm so sad. But I'm ready for this to destroy me all over again. And since it is book number 3 in a series, it definitely counts. Gotta change out the prompt for part of a series, just in case we land on the blue again. I'm gonna close my eyes, and we're gonna pick newest published. I have no idea what that would be. Alright, roll number 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next prompt is to choose the newest published book on our TBR. I think I already know what that one would be, but let's just see what it turns out to be. So here's my phone. In the interest of saving time, I'm not going to do screen sharing, but I have it sorted here by date added. So I'm going to sort it by publication year. Izzy at the End of the World! Perfect! Oh my god, this is so perfect. So, Izzy at the End of the World by K.A. Reynolds. I can't tell you what this book is about because I don't know myself, but I'm just glad to get it on the TBR. I'm going to read it. I don't know anything about this book. I'm just going to go in without any expectations. Although I think there's a dog. I'm very excited with the dog. Let's see. Yep, there's a dog on the cover. Team up with her lovely little dog. Oh my god, there's a dog! I'm so excited. Abhorsen has a dog. Izzy has a dog. This is just amazing. We're going to change out the prompt for newest published. I'm going to try and land on some new colors. 22 bookish challenges. So if this prompt comes up, I have to choose a book that matches my 20... I have a page in my reading journal called 22 bookish challenges. So if this comes up, I have to choose one of those challenges. Roll number 5. And it's going to be a 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's a plain round spot. Roll again. 11. Whoa, some big numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plain round again. We're going to roll again. This time we're going to go down that way and over to the purple. Down here. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's a purple spot, so we're going to continue a series. The next book I will be choosing is A Week Without Tuesday, which is the second book in the Finding Serendipity series. I showed you guys book 1 earlier. I don't know what happens in this one. I've looked at the first chapter, and it starts with Vivian Small, which is like the character in the story that her mom wrote. Tuesday McGillicuddy plans to spend her summer holiday relaxing with her family, eating pancakes, typing up her story, and getting the hang of being a writer. But when real and imaginary worlds begin to collide, putting everything and everyone in grave peril, Tuesday and her dog Baxter set off again in the magical place that stories come from. I'm apparently choosing a lot of dogs this month. We've got Abhorsen, which has the disreputable dog. We have Izzy at the End of the World, which has the dog for the main character's companion. And we have this one, which has the dog Baxter. I guess I really like dogs in stories. But yeah, we're going to choose this one. I wanted to go for something a little bit shorter because we have Jade City. So I wanted, also because at some point I'm going to be choosing a classic that's long-ish. Probably that one that I'm pointing to that you guys don't see, but that I'm pointing to that my brain knows. Okay, roll number 6. And it's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's a plain ground spot. So we're going to roll again. It's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's another plain brown spot, so we're going to roll again. 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to roll again. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to roll again. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to roll again. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's a red fiery spot, so we're going to choose a travel book. The next prompt is travel, which means that I have to choose a book to inspire travel. And for this one, it has to be a real country. It can't be like a fantasy country like Narnia or something. It has to be a real country that I could travel to, that tomorrow I could go to the airport and buy a ticket for this country and go there. We'd all like to travel to fantasy kingdoms, but it has to be a real country. So for this prompt, I'll be choosing a classic. One of my challenges for myself this year in my reading journal is my 22 bookish challenges, which is that prompt there. One of the final challenges I haven't yet completed is a classic that's over 300 pages. And I've been ignoring it all year. So this month is the month of me reading an adult classic. The one I'm going to choose is The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. And I'm going to give it a try. It's set in England, so it counts for travel. And I'm pretty sure you guys all know the story of Robin Hood. He was an archer who lived in the forest with his band of merry men, and he stole from the rich and gave money to the poor. We've all seen the Disney movie that turned us into furries. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'll keep that joke in the video. It's written in very old-timey English. You who so plod amid serious things that you feel it shame to give yourself up even for a few short moments to mirth and joyousness in the land of fancy. It's like that really old, long, lengthy sentences of those sorts. But I'm very excited to read it. But Robin Hood, so that I can finally read a classic over 300 pages. Changing up the prompt for travel. Who's this prompt? TBR game! I love this prompt. So if this comes up, I have to choose someone else's TBR game and play it. Okay, roll number 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're gonna play someone's TBR game. Okay, so I think for this prompt, the next prompt is TBR game. So I think for this prompt, I'm just gonna do Codie's Wheel of TBR. What I'm gonna do is, Codie usually has 12 prompts on her wheel. So I'm just gonna go through all of my prompts, choose 12 at random. I'm not gonna show you how I choose them, but I'm gonna put them all on this wheel app on my phone. And then we're gonna roll the wheel. Yeah, we're gonna spin the wheel and see what prompt it comes up on. All right, I've gone ahead and set up our wheel. It is, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I've just got 12 prompts. Those are my 12 prompts on the wheel. There's a few that are more interesting to me than others. Okay, here we go. Hope my phone's battery lasts long enough for me to finish this clip. Random color spine, that could be fun. This is getting a little convoluted, but we did the Wheel of TBR, which gave us random color spine. So now we're gonna pull up a random color generator, and the spine of the book has to be that color. This is my random color generator, and I just Googled the first one that came up and clicked the first one that came up. And the color it gave me is blue lilac, which is this like purplish color. And I think I really can't tell the difference between these two colors. I've like stared at these for like 10 minutes, and this looks kind of maroon-ish, but then when you hold it up to the phone, if I can make it happen. It's harder to see on the camera, but they match. So TBR game, which we did Wheel of TBR, which gave us random color spine, ended up with us choosing The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow, which I can use for my Buzzwordathon prompt. I don't know what this book is about. There's a girl named January, and I know she's like in her grandfather's mansion and then finds a door of some kind. It's kind of like a magical door situation like Narnia. It's also, I didn't realize it, but when I got the book and opened the package, it had deckled edges. I'm so excited. I love deckled edges so much. I kind of love them so much. At least one of my books that I published, I want deckled edges on it, and at least one of my books I published, I want sprayed edges on it. I'm gonna change up the prompt one final time, and we're going to choose this one. Play your TBR right. All right, final roll of the game, and it's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we're going to do a mood read this month. I was hoping for something that's not mood read because I wanted to have like a really pretty stack of books to show you guys at the end of the video, but that's not to be. So we have mood read. This prompt basically means that I can choose any book that I don't choose a book now, but later on in the month as I'm reading my books, as you do, I can choose a book that fits a mood I'm in. Basically, I just choose any book I want later on in the month. We ended up with these 5 books for this month. Jade City, Abhorsen, A Week Without Tuesday, The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood, and The 10,000 Doors of January. Also, Izzy at the End of the World, which is an ebook. I'll put the cover here for you guys. And then we also got Mood Read. We also got Skill Book. So I have fewer books to worry about, so I can spend more time with Jade City and Robin Hood, which I'm afraid are going to be very big time sinks. Thank you very much for watching. Please like this video and comment down below. Remember that interacting with this video in any way, shape, or form helps the YouTube algorithm recognize me as a content creator and helps it to be shown to more people. So by just hitting that like button or commenting just like a smiley face emoticon or something helps me out too. Make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I don't have an upload schedule yet, but I'm working on one. I'm Corinne, also known as the Chaotic Good Paladin, and I make videos talking about the books you should be reading, so you don't have to spend hours scouring the New York Times or Goodreads bestseller list to find the next book you want to read. Farewell to all of my fellow paladins, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!